accept that and have faith in the ultimate decision of the Department of Justice.
So back to my first question, the what were you thinking question. But let me put a different spin on it and ask, when you're on your plane, now from what having been in Washington a while and knowing how the protocol works, you land, folks get off, you get off for all sorts of reasons, but it's very fast. You're on your plane, and in walks the former president of the United States. What were you thinking at that moment?
Well, as I've said, he said hello, and we basically said hello, and I congratulated him on his grandchildren, as people tend to do, and that led to a conversation about those grandchildren who do sound great, and that led to a conversation about his travels, and he told me what he had been doing in Phoenix and various things, and then we spoke about former Attorney General Janet Reno, but it really was a social meeting, and it really was. In that regard, he spoke to me, spoke to my husband for some time on the plane, and then we moved on. And as I've said before, though, I do think that no matter how I viewed it, I understand how people view it. And I think that because of that, and because of the fact that it has now cast a shadow over how this case may be perceived, no matter how it's resolved, it's important to talk about how it will be resolved. Mm-hmm. It's important to make it clear that that meeting with President Clinton does not have a bearing on how this matter is going to be reviewed, resolved, and accepted by me. Mm-hmm. Because that is the question that it raises. Mm-hmm. So again, no matter how I viewed it, how I view the meeting, I think what's important to me is how do people view the Department of Justice because of that meeting? Mm-hmm. How do people view the team that's working on this case and has from the beginning because of that meeting? How do people view the work that we do every day on behalf of the American people, which we strive to do with integrity and independence? So that's the question for me, and that's why I felt it was important to talk about what impact that meeting would have on the case, which it won't. But in order to explain that, we have to talk about how it will be resolved.
Now, you've known President Clinton for a long time. He's the one who nominated you and appointed you to U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District in 1999. So I'm wondering, you have a relationship, is what I'm trying to get to, in terms of just long-standing professional relationship. So you would be well within your right to say, get off my plane. What are you doing here? Do you regret not telling the former president of the United States to leave the premises?
So, well, look, as I've said, I may have viewed it in a certain light, but the issue is how does it impact the work that I do and the work that the Department of Justice does? And I certainly wouldn't do it again. Because I think it has cast this shadow over what it should not, over what it will not touch. And that's why, as I said, I think it's important to talk about how this matter will be resolved and how the review and how the determinations and decisions will be made. I can say, as I have said, it's going to be handled by career people, and then we can make an announcement as to what it is. But unless people have some insight into that process, they're not going to be able to evaluate that. And the most important thing for me as the Attorney General is the integrity of this Department of Justice. And the fact that the meeting that I had is now casting a shadow over how people are going to view that work is something that I take seriously and deeply and painfully. And so I think it's important to provide as much information as we can so that people can have a full view of how we do our work and why we do our work and how this case is going to be resolved, as well as how all the cases that we look at are going to be resolved.
And so, of course, what's happened as a result of this, there are people out there in the world who are saying, see, this is an example of the system that's rigged against the rest of us. And you just said that this whole incident has been painful, is one of the words you use. What would you say to the American people who believe that, yes, indeed, this is an example of Washington rigged against them?
I think that people have host of reasons to have questions about how we in government do our business and how we handle business and how we handle matters. And I think that, again, I understand that my meeting on the plane with former President Clinton could give them another reason to have questions and concerns also. And that is something that, and that's where I find, that's why I said it's painful to me, because the integrity of the Department of Justice is important. And what I would say to people is to look at the work that we do. Look at the matters that we work on every day, whether they involve a high-profile matter or a matter where you've never heard of the person. Look at the victims that we deal with every day. Look at the people that we protect every day, because that's our mission. And to the extent that this issue has overshadowed that mission, yes, that's painful to me. And so I think it's important that we provide as much information as we can so people can have faith and confidence in the work of the department and the work of the people who carry on this work every day.
And last question on this. So when might we expect your acceptance of these findings and determinations? Are we looking at weeks, months, days?
So in terms of timing, I actually don't know that because, again, I don't have that insight into the, I'd say, the nuts and bolts of the investigation at this point in time. They're working on it. They're working on it very hard. They're working on it to make sure that they're as thorough as they can be, that they've covered every angle, that they've looked at every issue. They're doing the work that the people in the Department of Justice do every single day. And I could not be more proud of that work, and I could not be more proud to present that work to the American people when this matter is resolved and we can let people know the conclusion to this investigation.
Moving on. So, keep in mind, this sit-down...
Fascinating conversation and discussion going on right there by Washington columnist Jonathan Capehart and the Attorney General Loretta Lynch. And we heard very clearly, and also very maybe not so clearly, what the Attorney General has said, her role in the investigation, the criminal investigation into Hillary Clinton's handling of a private email server during her time as Secretary of State. She said at one point she fully expects to accept the recommendation